something's wrong with Facebook up here. It's okay. Hang on, guys. Thanks.
I have
Something-
no idea about Facebook.
Well, can you take it off and pass it to me? Okay, the whole thing is dead. We might not be doing this on Facebook today because it's totally frozen and not letting me back in. So if we can't get this unfrozen, I can't unfreeze it. Okay, well, sorry, Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. I'll post on Facebook maybe a link to this one tomorrow or later tonight. Just, it is what it is. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, guys. And don't know what's going on with Facebook, but the broadcast failed. It just froze, shut down, and I wasn't getting it unfrozen. So I'm not going to make you suffer through that. So this week, you guys kind of get first notice here that starting Monday, so Monday the 22nd, oh my goodness, 22nd of January already. Okay, so Monday the 22nd is the start of the Sweet Pickens Milk Paint sale. Now, it means that the paint and all the finishes, so there is the beeswax and there is the dark black and white oil waxes and the extra bond, all those things are on sale, 40% off. Now, the reason for, the reason for such a discount, because let's face it, I can't afford to do 40% normally, is that I am going to discontinue carrying that brand of milk paint. Now, not because I don't love it, because I do. It is an awesome milk paint, and if you're buying it, you're not going to be disappointed. You've seen me do numerous projects with it, but because I'm now carrying Fusion mineral paint, I am going to carry and bring in their milk paint instead. It is an equally awesome milk paint. I've used it on my own dining room furniture from 12 years ago, 11, 12 years. So it's holding up great, but it doesn't make sense in my head to carry the Sweet Pickens, where I have to import it from the States and pay duty. So it ends up costing you guys more if I have access to a product that is just as good, that's going to be less expensive for my customer base. So that's what I'm looking at doing, which means I need to clear out my shelves. So if you have thought about trying milk paint, this is a perfect time to pick it up because it's going to be way less expensive. It's shelf stable. So until you add water and mix it up, it keeps forever. I'm not even saying, 5 years, 10 years, forever. It's good whenever you would use it. And at this price, at 40% off, you could afford to play. So it's a great opportunity to be able to pick up some of these things or some of the finishes. If you saw Jamie Ray Vintage, her husband Zeb had made her a big dining room table for Christmas, and they finished the top of it with the dark oil wax from Sweet Pickens and then the white oil wax over top of that to soften it out a little bit, to bleach it out a little bit. And I think all the new floors that they put in, they also use the white oil wax for that. So it's an extremely durable product. It's awesome. I've got a stash of it myself. So I use it on a number of projects and I'm still going to continue to use it. And I've made sure that I've got a good stock of my own personal amount, because it's a product that I would miss in not carrying the line anymore. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up. I am going to start posting some notices on Facebook, and sometime before Monday, I will send out a newsletter for those of you that have signed up to get the newsletter. I pretty much only send one a month to let you know what's on sale when, or any big news in terms of new products and that kind of stuff. But the sale this month is 40% off Sweet Pickins. Grab it with some of the deals right now. Big inventory of colors, even in all the sample sizes. Great time to just even pick up tons of samplers, or just some of the white and black if you know that those are things that you would want to do to create chippy looks and finishes. Okay, enough about that. Videos this week. So Monday's video was all about doing a Valentine's advent calendar. Now, I did this using scrap paper. So pages that I had torn out doing some of the junk journaling, YouTube. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe it's
Yeah, it's slow. It's just,
yeah. So okay, I seem to be back now a little bit, but it could just be the cold.
yeah, the weather related
It
crap,
is so cold out right now that I think that it's having an impact on internet. I know when I was working in the shop today, I was having a really hard time in being able to get it to load and do things. So yeah, I'm looking at my face and I'm behind. It's like I'm watching a Japanese movie. So I'm just going to carry on and we'll see what the heck happens with it all.
Forget about that. Just do it.
So the idea with it, I did this really inexpensively to give you guys an idea of how cute it is, just being able to use paper. These are just torn pages out of a book, painted up, made into little pockets. So each has a little chocolate in it, but in the video as well. So, you know, hang in there, because in the last couple of minutes, I give you a lot of great ideas on how you can switch this up, both in terms of content and also ways of being able to upgrade this. If I was doing it with kids though, I would do this way. I would just give them a whack of paper, have them just paint and color it, you know, with crayons or pencil crayons or, you know, tempera paints, whatever you got, let them go to town. And then you do the hearts. You can cut those out. So just a fun kind of sweet idea, I think, for, you know, a switch up from a Christmas advent. So, you know, countdown to Valentine's Day. Today's video was different for me. So, you know, my husband made the big sacrifice and emptied these wine bottles for me. And just doing a little bit of a kind of a modern take for a change. That's not really my thing, right? Doing the modern. But first of all, the fusion paint on these bottles, look how smooth that is. I was really impressed with how smooth, how perfect that texture is on the outside of the bottles on glass. So if you were wondering whether or not it would adhere well to glass, it was awesome. But just kind of a fun little kind of modern look. But let's face it, I mean, and again, you could do this with kids too, but you could do any kind of look using some of your clay to be able to dress them up and just paint them out. And I deliberately did this and did it in a very simplistic way. So I didn't do any aging. I didn't do any waxing. This is just the clay design and paint. That's it. So keeping it clean lines, keeping with the modern idea, and they're kind of cute. They're, you know what? They're kind of cute. I didn't think that I was going to like that one, but I was kind of impressed. And just again, because that modern look is not necessarily me, but I think that I could actually make that work even in farmhouse. So some big droopy flowers, and I think you'd be in. This coming Friday's video is the first. I'm working on the second. That's where I was getting. I'm just finishing off the second in the series. So I've got a series of 3 different ideas to help with organization. So I know that in the new year, a lot of times we start thinking about and looking at how to be able to organize things and how to, rearrange our spaces. And so I wanted to give you a number of different ideas for kind of redoing, zhuzhing up some thrifted hooks. So the first one that we did is this one, which looks infinitely better now. So this one's in the shop for $9.50. Make a little space here. We've got a cast iron one that we made a lot brighter. It was a really kind of ugly orangey color. So not rust. I would have liked it rusty, but nice and bright. So cast iron for $7.50. And then we took one of those little inexpensive, easy to find pine shelves, and we gave it some knobs as hooks and painted it out. Did some techniques over the all-in-one to be able to soften the color. And then because I wanted to give you a number of different ideas, then we went industrial. So here we've got, a little bit of plumbing product helping out. So this one's 15. The blue shelf, I think, I didn't say, did I? Is $12.50. So those are in the shop, but those are going to be Friday's video. So if you want to look at where they started and get some insight into how we took it to where they ended up, check out Friday's video as well. The new stuff in the shop. There's some cool stuff. There were some cool finds this week. So let's start with this because Valentine's Day is coming up. This is a little trio set of 3 dishes. They are all 2-toned. So in the soft, you know what? It's not even quite tan. It's kind of almost like a soft kind of tan pink top, and then this pearlized tan in the bottom. Now, each of them also has a really, this is where I'm going to need glasses. Each of them has a very soft impression of a saying. So this one says, I live life. The second one is laugh lots. So live life, laugh lots, love forever. So the set of 3 of those is $9 for that little trio heart. We then have, I just got to think where to go next because I don't have a lot of table space. I have to clear off my desk because I have no table space here for doing this. I have to try and stack things differently, I think. Okay, you can go there. Okay. I love my tea. I love this little cup. So this little cup is actually from Indigo. And it is, look at this. So the little daisy handle, and it's got the little daisy on the rim of the strainer. So just super cute. It's in perfect shape. It's just adorable. And it's actually more comfortable to hold than it looks. So $8 for the little daisy mug. So perfect for a little tea drinker in your life, in your world. This is from Mexico. So it is signed on the back and hand painted little pottery Day of the Dead sugar skull. So again, nice bright colors. It did have the pesos on the inside. I think it sold originally for 240 pesos, which I think was $24, $25 just in today's world. And it's $8 in the shop and just so fun. So I know there's a lot of people that collect sugar skulls and that are into the Day of the Dead.
What's a sugar skull?
This,
What does that mean?
that's what it's called.
I never heard of it.
Well, just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean that's not what it's called.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Okay, well, that's what they're called, sugar skulls. Or you could just say Day of the Dead skull. I have a hard time typing in skull on Facebook or anything because it doesn't like to show skulls, even though they're not real skulls, but they think they're all real skulls. So they would ban that post. Okay, this find. This is a set of two. I'd call them tankards, right? These are big honkin' mugs. They're hand pottery from, what's the name of the, ooh, I can't remember what these guys, the name of the place. They are from Stone Throw Pottery, which is here in Ontario. And this is their Glacier Melt Glaze, selling the pair of them for $18. And they retail for almost $30 each. But they are in perfect condition. I don't think anybody used them. And I don't mind that size at all. And again, because it's pottery, it's going to keep hot drinks hot, but it's going to keep cold drinks cold. And that's why I call them a tankard / mug, because they are equally good for a cold beverage, you know, so like a nice beer in this. This is going to hold more than one beer. Maybe it'll hold one of those big beers. I didn't try it. I could have gotten my husband to sacrifice again and not only empty out the wine bottle, but empty out a beer bottle to try the tankard out. But I didn't give him that option. So there you go. All right. This one is a spatterware. It's kind of a two-tone red. Enamel milk warmer. Milk warmer. So again, I thought of this until I looked it up. I thought of it as a saucier, just it's kind of the right size to be able to do sauces and to be able to pour over. But it's $8.50, and for most cases, it's legitimately a milk warmer. But I think you could do sauces in it if you want to. So there. Okay, well, three kinds of mugs. So this set is from Bowring, and I don't think they called it anything. I think I refer to them as Morocco. So they've got the same gold overlay print. The handle is in white with the gold overlay. The gold is pristine. So there is no wear on the gold, anywhere on the rims or anything. So you've got one in kind of a soft pink, one in a soft green. The pair is $13. And I love the little pattern. See, it's kind of almost like, it just really reminds me, the pair of them reminds me of Morocco. So I refer to them as Moroccan, but I don't know what Bowring called them. And let me pull from here. This is a beautiful oval. Look at the shape. So beautiful red glass oval bowl. This is from Poland. So this is an art glass piece for $13. And it's lovely. And it is red encased glass. It is not flashed. Another big item back there is this. It's kind of a faux crackle glaze with lavender. So a lovely little lavender pitcher for $8. And it looks a lot like, I had to check it a couple of times because it looked a lot like the IOD lavender sprigs, but it's not. But it looks like it, doesn't it? For those of you that know Painterly Florals. So very cute. All right, this guy, just for $7.50, just a nice distressed blue crackled glazed bird. So it's got a little bit of embellishment, raised embellishments for his wing, and just lovely. Those of you that know me, it's just begging for a big honking candlestick to sit on top of. I stick everything on top of candlesticks, but he's a really lovely, lovely bright color. Okay, let me do this guy. So this is a little metal bird, and it's kind of in a faux rust finish. So it's not really rusty, although there is a bit of a texture on here. So you've got some of the oranges and the burnt umbers and rust colors and tones in this. So $7.50 for this. He's all metal, and I just think he'd be cute sitting out in your garden. I mean, he's going to be cute up on a shelf somewhere too, but because he's all metal, easily could sit out in your garden. It's kind of like a chick, little chick maybe.
There you go. You want chickens?
Yeah, I would like live egg-laying chickens though. All right, this butter dish. This is a Talavera butter dish from Mexico. You can tell, so it's handcrafted pottery, hand painted. Talavera pottery is one of the best known of the Mexican potters. Very collectible. This one's lovely in terms of the colors and the vibrancy of it. No chips or cracks on that one, so it's in great shape. See. Now this piece, I didn't know what I had when I got this. I just loved the simplicity of it, and I loved the pewter rim. You can see that the pewter rim is applied, but I did notice that there was a stamp up on the rim. And when I researched it, this is a product, it's made in Italy, Art Italica, but especially with the 95% pewter stamp and the stamp for their company, which is, it's got the maker's name, Tavolo Marinoni. I always want to say marinara. So Marinoni for this. It right now online, the least expensive version of it that I found is $124. So this lovely oval pewter rimmed plate in the shop is $28. Let me stack these things carefully on it to have a bit of space. Okay, and this guy, these are three little square, you know, I kind of think of them as mise en place bowls. So you could have like condiments in them. You could have little nut dishes, little candies. You could use them for soy sauce if you were doing sushi. I mean, they're just a really versatile little set. Obviously brand new. $9.50 for these. These are called Oslo. They call them bread and butter dishes. They were designed in Australia, but it's just a little set of square bowls. And I have a thing about little bowls. I use them all the time. I need to replace some of ours. Ours are getting a little well-worn bowls. All right. This big coffee server. This is a Pfaltzgraff piece. It is a 1.7 liter. And this baby, I can't remember how much it goes for actually. I was surprised by this one. I didn't actually recognize it as a false graph piece actually, but it is. Let me just see if I can find it. All my researching. And I can't find it. Oh, because it was on the thing. Okay. So brown and tan, manufactured in the US, number 490, and I did see it for $48 on eBay, 15 in the store, and it's like pristine. It is as new, no chips or cracks, nice and heavy. As much as I call it a coffee server, I think that it's awesome as a big, heavy water jug. It's going to keep everything chilled so easily. You could have it in the summer for lemonades or iced teas or all those sorts of things. And because it's got that heavy, thick-walled crockery, it'd be awesome for that. It is not light, so shipping it, just know you're not paying a lot for it, but you're going to be paying more for shipping. All right, next up is a set of 4 of these pink scallop-edged plastic chargers. So $4 for the set of 4. They've got lovely scalloped edges. They've got almost like little sunflower patterns and raised dots and cutouts. Perfect for leading into both Valentine's and also Easter with this. If you were doing like a little luncheon or you wanted to have, use one of the chargers as kind of like an underplate to a little vignette. So they're super cute. They're in awesome shape. And then we have this big server. This was made exclusively for Pier 1. It's part of their Crackle collection. You can see kind of that crackle finish on the inside. It is a pottery plate, pretty substantial, and it is $14. Now, I've got two pieces of art to share with you tonight. One's a watercolor, but the first thing up is really unusual, and it's unusual for me. But I was blown away by the detail in this, and this is something that I could not do. So I don't expect a video on this technique because it requires sewing of a skill level I do not have. But this is a floral bouquet. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it is ribbon work. So it is not embroidered so much as it's with ribbons, and it's raised and patterned with ribbons. Can you see how these stick out? And again, a little bit of embroidery for the stems and things, and it is signed MH down in the corner, but it is super cool. Check out the picture. I did a close-up picture on the website to be able to show you. I think that you can see the detail of the ribbon and the dimension with it. And I was just impressed by this. This is skill. So definitely not my skill. It's not a skill I have, but I was impressed. And I hadn't seen something done like that. I've seen a lot of like the embroidery that you get some dimension to, but I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, this watercolor painting is by Jane McNamee of Guelph, Ontario. And she's a professional artist. I'm trying to think what she called this. I think it's en route to I don't know, Campanella? En route to some place that I had never heard of before. Compostela? Okay, see? Campanella, Compostela. I haven't heard of either of them. But I really loved her use of color and the detail. And so $28 for this. I just love that little wooden gate. It just really kind of lovely, but I don't know where Compostela is or what it is. I could have Googled it. I did not. So I don't have the details on that for you. Okay, that's it for tonight. So I'm looking forward to braving the cold, getting home, and making myself a big honking tea. Check out the sale. Check out the videos this week. Definitely that helps my channel a lot. So views help a
Compostela's
lot.
in Spain.
Compostela is in Spain, which is probably why I haven't heard of it. But it had that kind of sound to it. Okay, so there you go. He Googled it for us. So yeah, check out videos this week and, just even share them, like them, share them, subscribe, all those little things help significantly. I would appreciate that. And don't forget the sale starting Monday, 40% off Sweet Pickins. Jump in early for the best selection, but there's quite a bit. So don't worry if it takes you a couple of days to get around to it. I think that you'll be fine. And I haven't put an end date on it yet. So I might try and keep it going until there's nothing to go back for. And then you'll see me using up the excess in videos. So there you go. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, I look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, take care. Oh, there you go.